Hi all, hope everyone is doing good. Welcome to my channel. Today I will discuss one basic scenario with you guys. So generally as your experience grows, interviewer doesn't expect you to tell about joins, aggregation, sorting, etc. Instead he tests you on how you solve a problem statement. Basically he will give you some problem statement with your basic means with your understanding and with your basic knowledge you should be able to solve that problem statement. That's what he looks into. Say now I'll give you one problem statement. Say I'm a HR and I have a list of employees and the historical salaries with me. So now one of the guy got cleared the interview and he's expecting 50% hike. So now as a HR I have a software and I need to decide whether I can give 50% hike to him or not. So this is a fake scenario. It might not happen in real time, but just for your understanding I just created this scenario. So now let's split that problem statement into two parts. First, you need to get the employee information and then the salary information. Then you need to compare the salaries across years. Okay. So how can I do that? So as you see here, so I have employee table. So I'll just query this. So I have this data. So let's take one employee at a time. So I just wanted to analyze this employee Georgie. So his employee ID is 10001. Okay. So I'll just close this grid. So there is one more table called salaries which will give you the historical salaries. So I'll just query this. Okay, so Georgie has a salary of $60,000 in 1986. Later he got a $2,000 increment in 1987 and so on. So this gives the historical salary increments. So with this what you can do? So just think. So you can actually compare the current year with the next year and so on, and you can get the percentage increase in hike. So you can check, and then once you get the percentage increase in hike every year, then you can take the average of that, and then say for example the average is 4%. Maybe HR can decide like, okay, I can give three times more than that, that is 12%. So that might happen, or it may not happen also. Like if the candidate is really good and company is desperate to take him, then they can go to any extent, means whatever he asks, like they can give. But this is just a fake scenario, just to make you understand like how to solve the problem statement and how you should analyze. So now I have this data. So I'll close this grid once again. So what I'm doing, so basically I'm joining the salaries table with the employees table on employee number. So this is just a basic join, inner join. So you'll get all the employee details as well as salary details. So I just want to analyze on employee number 10001 as I already discussed. So what I'm doing, I'm just concatenating first name and last name. So this, anyway, we need the name, right? So that's why I'm concatenating the first name and last. Then I also need the so I'll just query here. So I also need the from date and to date and salary also, right? Because I need to understand, okay, within what period what is his hike. So right, so I'll close this. So I'm selecting from date to date salary, and now I need to make sure, like since you are comparing the current month with the current year with the next year, you need to make sure like you assign a row number to it, like partitioning by employee number and order by the date. So then only you'll, it's very easy for you to compare the current year with the next year. So I'll show you how to do that. So if you query this, so basically, so since I have given partition by employee number, so for each employee, it will actually assign a row number based on the date, from date. So here from date is 1986, so 1, 87 will be 2, 88 will be 3, and so on till 70. So this is fine. Now what I'll do, so I'll just zoom out for convenience. I'll just close this. So now what I'm doing, so basically I got the data. So one thing we can do here, one thing we can observe here is, so since you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So if you can do a self join and compare 1 with 2, 2 with 3, 3 with 4, then our problem statement will be solved easily, right? So if I join 1 with 2, how can I do that? So if I add 1 to this, then it will be automatically joined. It will be 2, right? Like if 1 plus 1 will be 2, 2 plus 1 will be 3, 3 plus 1 will be 4. In this way, I can join the current year record with the next year record. So that's what I have done here. So if you see here, so I'm doing it. So basically, I created a with clause here with temp. This is an inline view. So temp A inner join temp B. So I'm doing a self join here. And then what I'm doing basically on Rn is equal to Rn plus 1. So basically the next record. So that's what I'm doing. So now I'm pulling the current month record date as well as the current year record date as well as the next year record date. Same way, current year salary, next year salary. So the difference I'm finding here just to identify the increase. Same way, I want to know the percentage of hike. So current year salary minus next year salary divided by current year salary. This will give you the percentage of hike. So now if you run this entire query, see, this is very easy, right, to understand. So basically, Georgie, in the period of 1986 to 1987, his increase is $2,000, like close to $2,000, and percentage of hike is 3%. And the next year, he got 6% hike, and then it's very less, like 0.7. Maybe the company's performance or his performance might be bad. Then 0.5%, then 5.7, and so on. So on an average, like he's getting around 3 to 4% hike. So with this data, so you can use any front-end tool like Python or Tableau or Power BI, and then you can plot the graphs. Basically, you can plot a graph which shows his trend. So line that there is a trend line where it shows like, okay, how his hike is varying over period, or else you can actually compare his last 5 years hike, or last 10 years hike, or last 2 years hike. So you can do anything, you can play around with this data. So first you need to understand the data and try to get maximum information out of it, and then you can do the plotting and then standard deviation curves, means, etc. So hope you like this analysis. So basically, so this is one of the problem statement. So give a thumbs up if you liked it. So feel free to post your suggestions in the comments section. So I'm ready to take them. So